welcome to Jon The Wireless Guy. We have a special guest with us today. This is SJ.
Hello.
So SJ, tell us what you do.
So I actually do insurance. I own the Miriam Agency, and I am licensed to sell commercial and personal, so property, casualty, P&C. But I focus more on small commercial and business insurance.
Awesome. Very good. What is currently, and I know this can change, what's your ideal client right now that you're looking for?
I like a client that has vehicles and equipment and property, because when you bundle, so as a business you always need some sort of liability, and whether it's the general liability or the professional liability, you need that. And then you get into your vehicles, so then you need the commercial auto, and then you get into your equipment. Some people can't do their jobs without all the expensive cameras and phones and all that. And so when you have all of that, I can save money with better coverage by bundling.
Nice.
So I like to bundle.
Okay.
I always like deals.
Awesome. Very good. Bundle. I love that. Hashtag bundle. So if you know anyone right now that is looking for SJ's services, definitely write down her contact info. I will have it posted. So today we're getting together with SJ because, as always, right, this is a technology channel. We want to see what technology is being used in different facets in life and what we do. So kind of an origin story, if you will, of if you wanted to be an insurance agent, maybe take some tips from SJ and what she had to do. So in terms of a phone number, did you use your own phone number? Did you get a different phone number?
So I did not want to use my personal cell phone because I wanted to be able to turn on automated voicemails, things like that. Mm-hmm. So I went with Microsoft Teams Voice. It's like $20 a month, but my favorite part about it is it's a mobile app. So my cell phone houses my personal calls and my business calls. I can go on Do Not Disturb settings, things like that for after hours, and it's only one phone. I don't have to deal with multiple. I can do it on the go, and as long as you have good Wi-Fi or data. So I have Verizon, so my data works a lot.
So one thing I attempted myself, being in the wireless industry, I had a phone that could do dual SIM, right? I could have one for work and one for home, but what I noticed is I couldn't fixate which one I wanted to ring and which one I couldn't. So you can actually do that. You can turn off your business line but still have your personal line using Microsoft Teams.
Yes, because it's a mobile app. So if I go into the mobile app settings, I can silence them. I can Do Not Disturb that phone number, and it still has the caller ID, so I can still see who's calling. I have a separate contacts, but I can sync my personal contacts. So even if I want to dial out from my business number, I can click contacts, find the person from my Apple iPhone contact book, call them, and it still shows them calling from my business number. So it's nice.
That is very nice. Definitely a solution for a lot of you out there that I know personally, clients that have asked me, hey, I love the one phone idea, but can I turn off one and turn on the other? And when you dual SIM, there's not really a way to do that with the iPhone. So this is a great alternative. So next question, in terms of your leads, how do you generate your leads? How do you get them?
So there is always companies that you can buy leads from. Insurance is a lead based. Obviously you need clients to sell them insurance, but right now I do a lot of collaboration, so mortgage brokers, realtors, for people buying their homes. We know the insurance market in the homes is kind of iffy in Florida, so I'm kind of rerouting, and then I use social media. So I like the Facebook groups, the Hub, and there's those other kind of location and neighborhood groups. But I also, honestly, I build relationships with people, and I like to talk to them. I like to get to know their business, and even if I like to help people, so I like to explain to them what coverage they really do need, or what they have is not working, or they need to fix this. So there is tons of tech lead-based generators that you can do, but I kind of just focus on social media platforms, and then the kind of collaboration with other business owners, other people who know business owners, and stuff like that.
Very nice, very nice. Now, so you have your contact number, you have your leads. Now, when you're ready to meet with someone, is it something you do face-to-face, or you do over the phone or Zoom? How do you usually do that?
So however they prefer. Okay. And I'm able to do that because, so I use Google. My domain's through Google, so I have the business workspace through Google. So I do a lot of calendar invites, and I color code my calendar a lot. That's how I keep it organized.
Okay.
And I would do over the phone. Would do Zoom.
Okay.
I like to do Zoom from my iPad while I'm working on my computer with them, so I'm not constantly changing the screen on them, or they don't accidentally see private information.
Right.
It kind of keeps it separate, and I feel like I can focus on them in the conversation and still have the information up I need. So that's how I would do Zoom.
Okay.
I have done FaceTime before too,
Okay.
if they can't get Zoom to work and stuff like that. And then of course in person. I always meet in person as well, and it would just pretty much be like we are now.
Okay.
So
And you mentioned calendar. So once you establish the interest of the person and whether you do it via phone or in person, you mentioned Google Calendar is what you use? Okay.
So I like Google Calendar because I can do it right from my phone or my iPad too. So always on the go. If you've picked up on that, I'm going. And I like to invite them. So I always use the email address so then they get the notification too.
Nice.
And I verbally, confirm with them as well. And I can color code it. So a lot of my client meetings are purple. My personal stuff is orange. My business stuff, but it's not a client, is green. So I kind of know just from a glance at my calendar. From there, I can assign tasks. And what I would say for anyone looking into software, Google and Google Calendar is integrated with a lot of CRM databases and a lot of management systems. So if I go into a client account and schedule an appointment on my CRM, it syncs to my Google and it pops up on there. Vice versa too. So that way, if I'm in your account, I'm working on stuff, I'm like, we need to meet, putting it in there, I don't have to remember to go back to Google. So that's why I like Google, and I think it's a good thing for new business owners or older business owners looking to revamp, because it integrates with so much stuff beyond what we know.
Very nice. Very nice. And then when going to a physical appointment, do you use any kind of map system to know where you're going?
Apple Maps.
Okay.
I depend on Apple Maps a lot.
Okay.
I'm an Apple Map. That's like the only Google product I don't use.
Okay.
It's competition in our family who uses Google and who uses Apple and who's more accurate. I'm an Apple, but I do Apple Maps. Always plug in the address. I always check the day before. I kind of do my rundown of my day, check traffic, stuff like that, alternate routes, all of that. But I use Apple Maps.
Okay.
I'm simple with that.
And then when meeting with someone, is there any kind of technology or apps that you use in terms of getting the proper documents together?
So I will collect documents, and I kind of give them options. So I have like a secure hard drive, password protected, all of that I store. So if they do choose to take a picture of something and send it to me, or even Facebook Messenger, I've gotten those. As soon as they send it to me, I remove it, save it on the secure device, and remove it from whatever chat or conversation log it's in, just to protect people's privacy. I do have PDF forms that they can fill out on the computer. Okay. And then I tell them too, like, if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, print it out and just sign it. I've taught people how to do the scan documents on the iPhone feature.
How do you do that?
With the notepad.
Okay.
So if you have the notepad app, you go create a new note, little camera buttons at the bottom, click on it, scan documents. It takes the picture of each page, but then it automatically converts it to a PDF with however many pages, and then you can send that, email it, and shoot it out real quickly to whoever you need to get it to. Nice. So I tell them a lot of times too, just do the scan document so I can get your current deck page, things like that. Okay. So email documents back and forth. I do the scan documents. I'm very big on, once I do get them, I move them to my secured hard drive and get rid of it from wherever or however they sent it, to protect me and them.
Okay. And then say, and correct me if I'm wrong with this, but there's policy dates and there's dates when things can expire, and how do you keep track of all that for your clients?
So I suggest anyone gets a CRM. Even if you have 10 clients, do a CRM, because what's nice about it is, again, technology's grown, right? So we can get cloud-based CRM, so we can log on anywhere as long as we're on a secure Wi-Fi, and they have a lot of automations that you can set up too. Okay. So I can email blast any client I've ever had, currently have a lead that's turning into a client with an email, a happy holiday card from the CRM. So my CRM is Easy Links, and it was built around insurance. So there's a lot of features built into it that is great for me and nobody else will really care about. And one of them is tracking policy expirations. So after we go through the process, and let's say you're going to get liability, and equipment, and commercial auto. I enter all that information in, and I do your carrier, your policy number, your date of expiration, your coverages. So I can always, you call me on Friday and I say, oh yeah, you have A, B, C. And it's a quick glance. And then it reminds me 60 days prior. Jonathan's general liability is expiring in 60 days. Do you want to re-quote? Do you want to renew? Have you talked to them? And so I set up those parameters inside the CRM to track that.
Cool.
And then it does integrate with Google Tasks, so I can set myself reminders and attach it to your account or whoever's account. So it's a lot of technology, but if you set it up right, it works great.
Yeah. And, we don't have to be afraid of technology, right? We can use it as tools to help us. What does CRM mean for those that may not know?
Customer relationship management system.
Okay.
It's basically what it is. It's your customers, what relationships you have with the customers and managing them. Standard first name, last name, cell phone number, address, email address. Usually all CRMs that I've done research before I decided to go with the one I did has like a note section, attachment section where you can upload and attach stuff specific to their account. And it just depends what industry you're in. I've done a lot of research for insurance and mortgage brokerage, being my sister's in that, and I helped her kind of set up hers. So there are some great CRMs that are built specific for industries, and then you have like a Monday.com where if you set it up properly, it could be for almost any industry. It just kind of depends what you want and what you value from it.
Gotcha. That's a whole video in itself, right?
Is.
Different CRMs that are out there.
No, there's so many now too.
Wow.
So many.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today. It was a joy to always get around you. You're so nice, always. You're so friendly. And then just learning more about what you do. I really appreciate your time.
I appreciate you sitting down with me too. I'm a fan, so thank you so much.
You're welcome. And so like us, share, subscribe, Jon the Wireless Guy, YouTube, and also TikTok, and make it a great day.